Hi everyone, so by this stage you should have completed stage 2 of the saxophone fundamentals here on Saxcasts. So what I want to do is take this opportunity to just go through with you a basic practice routine that I think you should be covering every day in order to get the most improvement possible in the shortest amount of time, and make sure that you're definitely covering everything that we need to hit when it comes to learning the saxophone. So the first thing that I think you should do every day is some long tones. Now we've done long tone exercises and I want you to do it in exactly the same way. So take your mouthpiece and hold the appropriate tone for your saxophone. Make sure that you're not too tight, make sure that you're not too loose. This is one way that I can make sure that even without me actually checking whether you're having good habits or things like that, if you're doing this right, this should mean for all intents and purposes that you're getting everything right with your embouchure in your throat, so that's great. Of course, if you're having any problems with anything and you're not progressing as fast as you think you ought to be, and you think, you know what, I think I need some help here, just get on the button for some Skype sessions, book a Skype session, we'll have a chat through together and we'll sort you out. Okay, so what I want you to do is definitely do long tones. Take a mouthpiece, play a note for as long as you can, use your tuner to sustain that note. Remember, you're wanting to sustain the note roughly around the center point. You don't want to be way over or way below. Try and stay in the middle of the tuner. That way you're developing support of your jaw, your facial muscles and your throat as well. The next thing to get onto is to use the sax. So play up a scale, a normal scale, but hold the notes on as long tones. So hold each note on for say 4 beats, hold a straight note like we've been doing before, and then add some of that vibrato as well. So you do 4 clicks straight, then 4 clicks with some vibrato. You can work your way up the scale, going through each note and making sure it's in tune. Bear in mind on the sax, as I mentioned before, certain notes are going to be out of tune. It's just how the saxophone is. It's not a particularly well in tune instrument, so you're going to need to go through and possibly adjust to get into the middle. But again, it'll give you some nice control here. So that whole exercise, you want it to sound great throughout it. So there's no one point where you think, oh right, my sax is out of tune here, I'm going to loosen off my lip a little bit and open up my throat, and then the sound is horrible. Well, that's no good, is it? So we need to change that, make sure that you're sounding great all the time. So spend 5 minutes on that, and that'll be a really good starter to get your saxophone warm as well. Your second thing to do is scales and arpeggios. So by this stage you should know 3. You should know G major, F major and D minor. You should do the scale, so walk up the notes, walk back down the notes, and then do the arpeggio too, so where you're going to jump intermittently and do the 1, 3, 5 idea. If you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, go back a few videos quick and go have a look and check that out, because you need to know 1, 3, 5 octave and back down. That's also a good time to start building speed. So set your metronome going, play in crotchets, bum 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 bum, then play in quavers, bum 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 bum. Then what you can do is tongue each note, so you can go ta, then repeat the note, ta ta, so you can go in quavers and repeat each note twice. So bum 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 bum, and so on and so forth. You can even do it in triplets, ba 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 ba. Keep going on and on and on and on. After you get good at that, you can start doing different articulations. So you can go up the scale smoothly. So legato, you can play smooth, straight up, straight down. See if you can get straight up the scale, straight back down the scale with no mistakes. No mistakes and a nice smooth sound. Once you can do that, then do a tongued version. So do a slurred version, then do a tongued version, then do different tonguing multiple notes, so you ta 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 ta, and then start increasing the metronome speed as you get good at this. So set a slow metronome speed. We're going for a nice technique, a very nice technique and accuracy over speed every time. If it sounds rubbish and but you can play it at 1,000,000 miles an hour, that's no good to anybody. Once you play it nice and steady, sounding awesome and very, very neat, very, very neat. That's the best way to get good at your sax. Good, so legato, make sure you're doing legato and tongued, and spend around 5 minutes on that exercise. So altogether 10 minutes so far. The last video is focused on the lead-in, so I recommend you should, for this stage especially, is practice that lead-in. We have a go at the songs that we've tried out so far within the lead-in videos, and see what you can do with those. See if you can make sure, set your metronome going, can you get them in at exactly the right time? Are you definitely counting as you get in? Have a go at practicing those things as well. You should spend probably 3 to 5 minutes roughly just recovering those videos at this stage. Next stage we'll change that particular area, but the other areas stay the same. Okay, next up, have a dig through the song videos on this website. So have a look at the song section and see if you can pick some of the easier songs out of there to have a go at, because of course that's why you're playing the saxophone, because you want to sound great. You want to play songs, you want to play tunes and have fun. So go through the exercises at the beginning and then have a go at playing songs from the videos with the PD, along with PDFs and the backing tracks. Alright guys, have a go with that. And that should be your daily routine, so try and schedule this in at a certain point within your day. If you can get it done in the morning, super, because nothing's going to get in the way. I definitely recommend having an early session if you possibly can. Otherwise, do it after tea, or there'll be a window within your day when you'll be able to fit in sort of 20 minutes, half an hour, and if you can do that regularly, it's really you're gonna get results mega quickly. Alright, that should be roughly 10 minutes spent on songs. But you can go as long as you like on songs. You can never play enough, you can never read enough. Okay, so that's the end of stage 2. Well done, and I shall see you in the next stage. Thanks for watching. Bye.